not able to be commander-in-chief, and nor should he. So that should be pretty telling.
It sounds to me like it's a tough choice for you. Why?
Well, because the way she got to the top, for one.
Okay,
how did she get to the top?
How did she get to the top?
Well, I've seen a lot. I try not to judge on social media, but I have seen a lot from Judge Joe Brown, who I did some research, who actually is a judge, and he's came clean about a lot of stuff about her because she was
Judge Joe Brown or Willie Brown? Which Brown are you talking about here?
Judge Joe Brown.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, what does that have to do with Harris? What does he know about Harris?
I was getting to that.
Okay.
Because they were on the Senate in California. And
she was Attorney General in California. Are you talking about prior to that?
What's it? Sorry,
she was Attorney General
yes.
So she passes the bar. She's a prosecutor for years. She's duly elected twice as the Attorney General in San Francisco.
So not the state Senate.
Then becomes a senator. I don't understand. Like, what did she do in your mind that she didn't deserve anything that she got?
You guys keep saying that she's very educated.
Well, she is.
I have yet seen, and she's probably smarter than me. I'm just a working guy.
I'm not comparing her to you.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Right,
sir, I'm not comparing her to you. All I'm simply
reacting. I understand. I'm
trying to
explain why I was coming up with.
Let's back up. This is important. You just said on the phone, and you insinuated that she got to the top and maybe she didn't earn it or deserve it. And what I am asking you, because I could care less what somebody like Joe Brown said, okay? There are people on the right that lie about her on a daily basis. What I care about is evidence. And here's the evidence. She's college educated. She's never been arrested before, never committed a crime, unlike Orange Man, okay? She passed the bar. She was a prosecutor for years, became Attorney General, elected twice in California, by the way, elected twice. She becomes a senator. She wins that race. And then she's chosen to be the first black vice president of the United States. I'm trying to understand why you would read something that some guy named Joe Brown said, and that just infiltrates your mind and you believe it.
It just denigrates her.
It didn't infiltrate my mind. First off, I want to let's stop bringing college education in all this because common sense goes a long ways. Okay.
Common sense goes a long way, but so does an education, especially when you're trying to be the president of the United States.
Have you heard her speak? Have you ever listened to her speak?
I have, and it kind of bothers me.
And what part of it? What part of it bothers you? What does she say
I
that
don't think
makes her not credible?
I don't think either. I honestly don't think either of them are competent of doing anything.
Okay, so hold on.
Hold
on. You're comparing Harris, and I want to dissect your mind on this because you don't like when she speaks, which is confusing to me. But let me ask you a question. What do you think is worse? When Kamala Harris speaks and maybe she says something you don't like, or when Donald Trump says, if Jews don't vote for me, they must hate their religion and they need to get their head examined. Or when he makes up a story about Willie Brown, or when he attacks illegals coming into this country, and he tells people to go back to their S-hole countries.
Hold on. I just want to know, what about her speaking bothers you? Is it because she laughs here and there when she's speaking? That's probably a nervous tick. What about?
Yeah, what does she do that bothers you?
You guys are both kind of stepping over each other here, so I'll try to answer one and try to answer the other one at the same time. And like I said, now don't grill me on my opinions because I haven't grilled anybody, neither of you guys, on your opinions.
No, we're just asking.
When I hear her speak,
it's not grilling. It's asking you questions and challenging you. It's not an attack, and it's not grilling. This is a radio show. I haven't called you any names. I'm not attacking you.
You sound like a very nice person.
I just want to understand, what is it about Harris when she talks that I don't know. Just give me an example so I know.
I guess every time I've seen her speak, she hasn't brought any real things to the table.
In regards
I see her dance around. I see her dance around the questions more than actually giving some good physical answers.
Okay, so
what she's going to do.
What has she danced around that frustrates you? Like, give me a specific
example. That's the problem. I guess I fall in the same line as everybody else because I stopped watching terrestrial TV years ago and radio for that fact because it's always swinging one way. So I catch bits and pieces here and there, and
what do you mean
grill
it's
me
all
for where I get
one
everything.
Way? You mean it's all swinging to the left? Is that what you're claiming? All the media swings to the left?
It's either the left or the right.
Okay,
look,
all right.
Yeah, but
the reason of calling
is
but you can listen to
you
can listen to one of her speeches and make your own decision on it, right?
Not just here and there. That might be why you dislike her, because you're hearing little sound bites.
But what I'm getting from you is
I can't say I don't.
You don't.
Hold on.
You don't.
I can't say.
Go ahead.
Hold on one second. I can't say I'm not disliking anybody, because that's not my place to dislike somebody because I don't agree with what they say. The reason of calling in, and this is a great starting point for everybody. Let's stop. I listen to you guys talk with other callers. Stop. I think everybody just needs to back up. We need to look at both teams. But I noticed.
I disagree.
Okay.
We do.
I disagree. Okay. Here's why I disagree.
Well,
with what
this is the first time you've interacted with me. I'm a registered independent.
Here's why I don't need to.
The only way.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What do you think I am?
I don't answer that because it's
okay.
No political party.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not judgmental like that.
I
I do think
no
that
political party.
I left.
Okay, so you're wrong.
I do. I think you're on the left.
This is the problem.
Am I?
Okay, you're wrong.
Yeah,
see, that's why I don't like answering that question.
Okay,
okay,
but there's a reason why I asked that, because it's very dangerous to make assumptions about. Let me be very clear. I lean to the left on social issues. I've always been a registered independent. I did not vote for Barack Obama. I did not vote for Hillary Clinton. I voted for Joe Biden in 2020 because it was an anti-Donald Trump vote. I'll be voting for Kamala Harris in 2024 because it's an anti-Donald Trump vote. You know why I don't have to take 2 steps back? Because I know who Donald Trump is. He's a 34-count convicted felon. He's a man that attacks women on looks. He attacks POWs. He dodged the military. He's a terrible father. He's a terrible husband. He's got 5 kids with three different women, and he is a liable sexual abuser. I know who Donald Trump is, and all you have to do is look at his background, and that's not from the liberal media. Those are facts, my friend.
Right.
Now, if you don't like the way Kamala Harris speaks, and you can't give me a specific example of something that she dances around, then it's very difficult for me to have a policy conversation with you. If you said, Brian, I don't like it when she doesn't answer, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. You want to talk about policy? Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago the other day, who, by the way, didn't talk about any policies, was asked specifically by a member of the media, how are you going to vote in Florida on the abortion referendum? You know what his answer was? No answer. I'll give you that answer at a later date. If anything, the person that is not talking about policy is Donald Trump. Harris is going to be doing an interview at the end of the month. She has a debate on September 10th with Donald Trump. But I can tell you right